Alright, hello everyone. Welcome. So, I coming at you with I probably should have reviewed the probably should have looked back at a few presentations, at my own freaking guesses or whatever, the predictions, whatever. Look at that butt. Beautiful butt. Sorry. Alright, yeah, there is a lot. There is a lot ooh, that's a fun one. Oh no, is all this armor gonna be? No, not all of it. Okay. It's something I like then. You can go with dust up. Cool. Yeah. So I think that overall CitizenCon was good. I think it was nice in that it wasn't too God, really. Game's been having a shitload of problems recently. I'm honestly amazed that it's taken me this long to get somebody spawning in my hab. I guess I spawned in their hab, in this case. Kinda funny. Oh jeez. Oh wow, got a bunch of people here. Oh look at that. Beautiful. CitizenCon was good. It wasn't like too... I don't know. I don't know if it's just me that didn't get as hyped, which I think is good. I think people got way too hyped. Last year's CitizenCon. And as a result, people got let down a bit. Which I don't know is kind of fair, kind of not fair. I mean, there's a bunch of other stuff that happened in the year to make people kind of meh on the game. So, I do think that overall, good stuff. If you're, and they're not gonna say like, "Hey, all this stuff is gonna." Let's actually get the. So you're gonna have to go all the way to the bottom here, I think. Get my super duper motorcycle helmet. No combat visor for me. What was he gonna say? Oh, there's too many things to talk about. I'm probably gonna forget something, I'm sure. Feel free to have an opinion in the comments. But no, seriously though. I had actually like I was trying to do this like yesterday, but yesterday was the game was not running too hot. And oh my god. Game's running decently enough now, I guess. But only just. Oh Jesus. Yeah, so let me think. And this is just probably going to be a really not too much gameplay, because I'm just going to be focusing totally on talking about gameplay, or talking about Star Citizen, or the CitizenCon, blah blah blah. So yeah, let's see. So what was the first thing of the day was the Genesis and all of the like planet generation tech. Which is basically to sum it up, it's that they're getting the tools so that they can automate like literally everything for like planet generation and stuff is good. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know if they have to. Like, they want to do it all systemic, like from the terrain, planet terrain, to the planetary terrain, to like the kinds of outposts that you see, to the groups of outposts that you see, and all of that, and of course the weather. And you know, I don't know. There's maybe a little part of me that's like, oh, are we gonna have enough space for base building? And I think that's just I don't know. They made it seem like a lot of stuff's going on, but I think that's not a concern. And if anything, like if they have to scale it back, they could scale it back a little bit, and still have more content than we currently have in the game. So I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Not too. Oh, you know what? Okay, so also the new biomes. I love the new biomes. I have a personal disdain for redwoods. They're great. They're lovely, but until you have them in your backyard and you have to deal with them, more I guess like. You put them in your yard, in your backyard, and then 30 years later, like, they're kind of they're an interesting thing. I really need there to be a chainsaw, or a laser chainsaw, or a beam chainsaw. I don't care. I'm not like huge proponent for Beam Citizen. Let's be real. But not a huge proponent for Beam Citizen, but I need a chainsaw. I can't just go down in my backyard and chop down these redwoods. I would kill somebody or cause irreparable damage to my house or my neighbor's house. Sorry, you gotta understand. They're a huge ass problem. Huge in general. But anyways, yeah, I am excited for the weather though. I kind of like, there's something about how picturesque that trailer went that's like, I literally cannot believe that it's actually working like that, or that like it's actually that wasn't, scripted or staged. It was just too perfect. And also, like, I legitimately did not get that there was rough weather which was making physically taking off a challenge. I did not get that, because frankly I just couldn't. It's very difficult to be able to tell that when you're not actually controlling it. It just looks like they're making it look like it. And so I don't think that they're faking it, but I don't have any way of knowing if they are or not. It's a wait and see kind of thing, which I feel like, I don't know, I don't want to like poo-poo the developers too much. I think they, like, I'm still here. I'm like, hell yeah, this looks awesome as hell, but, it's again, it's just a wait and see kind of deal, at least for right now. I'm trying to was there something in between Genesis and StarTech? I don't think, or Starware? I don't think there was. But yeah, needless to say, I actually do want to go check real quick. I think the Atlas is now available in game, I believe, and if I can pick one up, I'll pick one up, because why not? But What was I gonna say? Oh, Starware. So, before I say anything about Starware, why did they have half of the presentation be about the sandworm and, like, not give any indication to it at all? Like, I have to admit, I completely zoned out of the, I completely zoned out, um, of the sandworm presentation. I think it's basically a boss. It has big resources. It's a difficult thing to take down. It's got some boss-like behaviors and all that. I think was the gist of it. But it seems so weird to... Because one of the things that Okay. I almost don't want to buy one just because, like, it's kind of silly expensive, but it's whatever. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So one of the things I mentioned, I'm pretty sure, was that I was gonna be super pissed if they didn't do anything with. They didn't do anything with if it was just if Archetypes was just a slideshow, which I guess, in all fairness, looking back at it, technically whatever they were going to show would have been a slideshow, but they actually have, like, well, I don't know. The thing is that, like, they showed it and they gave some examples. I think one thing that CIG really is, like, having an issue with, I think, is communication. I think overall there was a lot of information and fairly high level information. They didn't dive into it too much. So the way that they worded Starware and, like, the specializations, which now they're not archetypes, they're specializations because we can't just make things easy. It sounded like we have the armor we have now, and they're not going to use specialized, and you're going to have to go out and get special armor that is specialized. I don't think that's how it's going to work, but it's kind of... But I'm not 100% sure, so what I would assume is that the armor I have on right now, and the armor I can go and buy, it's going to have some specializations. But if I want to get the really good stuff, I'm going to have to either earn it, or loot it, or craft it. Which is cool, which is fun, I'm absolutely fine with. And again, like, if you jump into the game, want to just very quickly get some combat armor, get some tracking armor, some bounty hunter armor, scout armor, whatever, you can do that. It's just not going to be the best bounty hunter armor, scouting armor, mining armor, combat armor, whatever, in comparison to something else. We're going to take this mission. And we are going to close the mobi-glass because I think we're almost here. Or the game will just want to crash. I actually pressed F1 twice, so, like, it should bring up the mobi-glass, but it didn't, because that's great. Oh my god. But yeah, so that's one of the things, though. Like, I'm pretty sure I know the things they were talking about, but the way they made it sound to me, I think I am kind of assuming it's the way that I want it to be. And I'm not 100% sure if it's the way I want it to be, which seems like the logical way to do it, which also seems like the way that the crafting system went, but we'll get to the crafting system, because, yeah. I also do, like, I was not expecting basically an entire revamp of how clothing and armor works, which maybe it's not that dramatic, but I'm gonna assume it is. trying to remember, how did this work? I have to right click, and then I don't have it in my hand, but I do have it in my inventory. Cool. Tilapia verde, yeah. Cheddar ham sounds nice too. Yeah, what else? I am definitely curious for the Starware stuff, because it does seem like I genuinely do not know if I press the button. Clicking it. Okay, if I click it too many times, I'm going to crash the entire server, I imagine, so. I'm super curious how exactly all of that's going to work. I was actually hoping that they would make, like, a set of armor, or maybe not a set of armor, but, like, imagine a regular-ass jacket, but, it has, like, not zippers, but, like, a connection so you can take the sleeves off, and so you can have arms armor and chest armor, and that's, like, they would have a, they would have a jacket-style armor. I was hoping, and they could still do that, and frankly probably should do that. And also do something where, like, the legs of the jacket have, like, basically a detachable tail. Coat tail, not furry tail, although, you know, I mean, the options are out there. Sorry, but yeah, that's the main one. They could definitely make, like, some clothing, and I hope that they make clothing that is, like, more armored. Like, I would love a jacket that had the values of medium armor, but I feel like that would have to be the heaviest duty you go, in terms of, that would be the heaviest duty, clothing, armor you go, which I think is sensible. Yeah, it seems like we're not having a good day here. I guess I can edit my ship. Yeah, that's enough, I think, on... Oh, the Atlas actually has, like... So the Atlas is a ship. God, The only problem I have with the Atlas... yes, it was expensive. Everything in Star Citizen... Everything you can buy with real money in Star Citizen is expensive. And the Atlas may be egregiously so, but the real problem... Jump drive? Wait a minute, I had way more than just one... They haven't changed systems? Quantum drive, okay, I see, cool. Oh, thank Christ, okay, so... Yeah, that's cool. Jump drives... Actually, yeah, I forgot about that. Jump drives being separate from quantum drives gave me a little bit of a scare there. Oh boy. Let's see, I think last time I tried to do this, and it just did not save my stuff. Fun. Let's see, what else was there? Because, yeah, the Valakar and, like, group gameplay, end gameplay is good. Oh, right. I'm trying to remember if there was anything else on day one aside from the Squadron 42 demo, and I can't remember. I don't remember there being anything. Well, they did also... No, they did mention some others... Yeah, no, they mentioned Nyx. No, Beyond Pyro, right. Yeah, so my biggest concern with all that stuff, I don't have any real issues with it. My my problem is that um, we saw we saw them talk about Castra, the fourth system. We looked at every single planet in Castra. Yeah, there's only two of them, but we looked at every single planet and the landing zone. Um, even if it's quote unquote early days, we looked at all that for Castra, but we only looked at Levski, and we only looked at the exterior of Levski at that, and I guess technically Delamar. They didn't talk about Nyx 1, 2, or 3. Can you tell me what kind of a planet Nyx 1, Nyx 2, or Nyx 3 are? Frankly, I can't remember. I can't remember what Nyx 1 is. Nyx 2 is a smog planet. Nyx 3 is an ice giant. How many asteroid belts are there in Nyx? 2. And I can't remember how large it is. I think it's over 10 AU, but I could be wrong. Anyway, so that does make me kind of concerned. But I think probably the explanation, if I had to guess, is that they just want to talk about it. Like, we'll probably get Nyx next year, assuming that we get Pyro this year. And even if we get Pyro like Q1 next year, then I think, I think it's whatever. I think it's fine. I think we'll probably get Nyx relatively soon. Castra probably will take a while. Maybe. I mean, it depends on how fast they do things, but maybe we'll see it at the end of next year. Maybe. It's only 2 planets, and I don't know. It's more like the system itself is probably not too difficult to make. It's populating it with factions and locations. Well, not locations, but mainly like factions and missions and worthwhile content. Yeah, I'm gonna just gonna server hop here. But that will not stop the conversation. Yeah, and I do think that there was a lot of systems that they could have chosen. I think probably the one I would have liked most. Oh god, what was the Vandal system? I think it was Virgil. It would have been interesting if they chose Virgil, but it would have also been interesting. Like Bremen. I think Bremen would have been an interesting one. I think probably a lot of people assumed Odin, but, well, frankly, I would not be surprised if we did see Castra before we got Squadron 42, and I don't think they would want to show us, Squadron, Odin until Squadron 42 came out, if I had to guess. Speaking of Squadron 42 looked good. It was kind of funny because, like, they showed the opening cinematic last year, and now they just showed us the, like, prologue. And yeah, it was buggy, and it's fine. I think, like, a lot of people are concerned because 2026 seems like a very vague date. And it seems like it's kind of far out. I'm not an expert. My understanding is that, like, the polishing phase for the game does, take an amount of time. And it does take an amount of time, and, like, is this unreasonably long? No. But, certainly, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It is what it is. I'm not too concerned. I would have, um, I guess in my mind, though, right now, I'm thinking of it as January 1st, 2026, and it's the real so that's how I would look at it. That's how I should look at it anyway. Um, yeah, it's looking like super good. Not too much to talk about. I think I don't know. There's some concerns about the difficulty. Went on the hardest difficulty mode, and he's kind of had a not terribly tough time. I don't know what the difficulty. I do not know what the difficulty actually is supposed to look like. And I also don't know what the difficulty should look like in the tutorial level of the game. like, like it should set you up for oh yeah, this is gonna be difficult. But the idea of like the tutorial just being balls to the wall insane, yeah, it's a little crazy. And I know like the ships were flying in like fairly recognizable patterns. The frame rate is as bad as it looks, folks. Oh my god. Oh, thank Christ. Gonna wait for the door to close. Ground floor. I don't know if that dude. No. I think that dude is on their own. I'm sorry, dude. It's every bun for himself. Anyway, yeah. Yeah. 1.0 though, 1.0. The 1.0 talk, space building and crafting. I was genuinely relieved with base building and crafting. I don't think there's anything in particular that I'm like super iffy about. I guess I was kind of surprised that basically your library of crafting recipes is saved to you, to your profile. I don't know if it is profile or character and how it factors in with Death of a Spaceman. Actually, that is a question. They probably don't want to get rid of crafting recipes. My question is, can I like, if I have to loot the schematic for whatever, can I just find that item and then sell it to somebody? Like, if I'm not a crafter and I know somebody who is a crafter, can I just give it to them, or could I sell it to a crafter who would actually appreciate having oh my god. Dude, Star Citizen is like just on the verge of exploding. Holy shit. But yeah, that's probably the biggest thing. I guess I don't know. Also, my concern is that how much of a difference is high quality and low quality materials going to make a difference? Jesus fuck, Mike. I got a pop-up, a Microsoft Windows pop-up that was like, dude, this is not going. Things are crash. Oh, okay, there we go. I'm just gonna try to get the game back up. Cause to be completely honest with you, yeah, like this is just yeah, no, this is just how it goes. This is just how it goes. Thinks the game is still running. Um I knew I wasn't gonna get anything. I knew I wasn't gonna get any footage today. I was like, but I gotta give my thoughts, and I am like, yeah. Anyway, all the stuff with base building looks good. Like, it's hard for me to believe that Chris Roberts said 12 to 18 months. For one thing, I don't know if he's assuming 12 months, like, from CitizenCon or from January 1st, 2025. I don't know where that date begins. But the idea of base building being in, I'm super excited. I hope it is, right? But even then, like, who knows how all the base building stuff is going to work. You know, I will actually say, and crafting, like, there's not much to say besides I'm super excited to see how everything works. And yeah, my only concern with crafting maybe is, like, how much of a difference is high quality and low quality materials. Because they showed some examples, but I do not think that I am not going to hold them to it for that to be the difference. Like, I would expect the difference maybe, like, the worst quality tractor beam versus the highest quality, or scraper beam, lowest quality scraper beam versus highest quality scraper beam, type deal. And the, I'm also verifying game files just to double check, I guess. I don't know. It's just the game right now. Oh, we've got a pop-up. One of those annoying pop-ups that, like, has, like, a larger, higher priority than every other application or whatever. Okay, anyways. Yeah, I don't think there's too much to really worry about, though. I think it's gonna be okay, and there's gonna be balance there. Like, I don't see myself getting a huge org going for like a ludicrous amount of resources, a ludicrous amount of high quality resources, maybe buying them. Oh, you know what? That's also a thing that so I'm really hoping one day that they're going to talk about, like, an auction house or a player trading app, being able to trade items, and then on, like, more of a marketplace type deal, and being able to you know, like, just, like, ship it to people. And I think they will, but they're not going to say anything about it. And the reason I think is because in one of the 1.0 presentations, they were taught Voyager Direct was, like, a person, a faction that for, like, crafting, the crafting experience. I'm gonna hate myself editing when there's just a black screen and I don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll see. But anyways, yeah, so I think that Voyager Direct might be making a comeback and might be the bizarre auction house trading app marketplace, player marketplace thing, and I really am excited for that. I have to go back. They mentioned shops, and obviously, like, I would expect, yeah, that people are going to have their own, like, trading outposts that you can go and you can actually set up a shop. Don't get me wrong, I do very much expect that, but, which, that was also a thing in Star Wars Galaxies. By the way, like, basically, crafting, not really base building, but kind of base building. Very Star Wars Galaxies, which, yeah, I mean, Yeah, it's just like it's just the good of Star Wars Galaxies. It's quite something. Um, yeah. So, yeah. So what else with 1.0? I actually am a little bit concerned with the idea of a main story because I don't think it's a terrible idea, but the way I understood they wanted to tell stories was through events and through missions, and it would be a thing of like, alright, so a million players have. Okay, so a million players have done, like, the missions with this mission giver, with Drake. There's a mission giver who's on the up and up and is trying to be a good, honest ship merchant, distributor, whatever, and there's somebody else who works at Drake who's just pirate scum. And there's a million people who are working for the honest dude, 2 million who are working for the corrupt asshole. Well, now Drake is gonna be. Well, we're gonna take the story, like 6 months after the launch of the game or whatever. Okay, we're gonna take Drake in a little bit more of a piratey route, or more of a, like, we're going to do this thing with the. We're gonna make. We're gonna be pirate people. That kind of thing. And events, like Xenothreat happens, and maybe we don't fully, stave off Xenothreat, and Xenothreat now suddenly, actually shows up just all the time around Stanton. Not necessarily in a big flashy invasion, but just like attacking randomly as pirates, or, taking a few outposts or whatever. That kind of thing. And that just being sort of how they tell the story. Now, don't get me wrong, I do think the plan was always to have, like, mission givers have sort of more narratively structured mission chains. In addition, just sort of the what's the word? Radiant, I guess. I don't know if Radiant's really the word, but like Radiant quests that they give, like, hey, there's a Miles Eckhart bounty, but there's, also like the Arlington gang that is just a, you do this, like, mission, you go through this story once and then you're, oh hey, persistence, look at that, I spawned in exactly where I, crashed out of. Cool. Let's see, what else is there to talk about? Who's Gladius guy? Who is Gladius guy? Anyway, is my favorite phrase, apparently. I'm not, like, too concerned about the main story. They didn't really give any details besides... And that's the problem. Like, how do you make a main story that always exists while also wanting to have an ever-changing universe? Like... maybe the main story can be kind of just generic enough. We'll see. But, who knows? The also one of the questions was, like, citizenship, and it's like, I think the idea was that if you go through Squadron 42, then you would get citizenship. I don't know if that's still going to be the case, or if it's going to be, or if citizenship is only going to be the main story. It could be either or. It could be either or both, I get, or, well, yeah. I don't know. I mean, not both. You would never have to do both of them at the same time, I imagine. But obviously, if you wanted to, you could. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe Squadron 42 will just give you access to certain crafting recipes, but those crafting recipes do have to be accessible to somebody else who hasn't played, who's only has Star Citizen, of course. Just if you wanted to play this other game, then there is a little bonus for you. And I think that would be fine and good. Yeah. Gonna have the same problem. Thank God. Oh, there's a lot of things to talk about with 1.0. Let's see. Well, the big one, stations. And it's out of order totally. But stations are cool. I don't think... Oh, you know what? Whatever. Yeah, stations are cool. I am excited at the premise of them. One thing I really want to see is player cities, and I do think with the base building, they are, like, we could be like 2 seconds away from base building, or a city, having a player cities with base building. They wanted to have a permission system, and, okay, so what you would need, in my mind, for a player city, either you subdivide, like, your plot of land to include, like, somebody can build a house, and technically it's their house, but it's, like, within your plot of land. Either that, or you are renting out this location. One or the other. And, or both, I guess. And the player stations, the player stations honestly make it seem more like that has to be a thing, right? Technically, maybe it can just be your org. You have permission if you're an org mate to use a bed. And who knows how in depth the thing will be. I did hit save when we're gonna reapply my weapons and stuff, because, like, this is not, if I literally am not able to modify my ship, then what the fuck, dude? Like, I guess I could try and do it, like, manually by hand, and I guess that could be an interesting... Well, except I can't do it for the quantum drive, because it's not physicalized. What was I gonna say? Yeah. Also, well, the fact that you can link stations, I'm curious how much you can link them. I also do think that the fully physicalized player stations, while cool, they're going to be a pain. They are actually going to be a pain to navigate, and people might actually prefer the NPC stations that we currently have. Them are fighting words. I know that people hate the stations that we have right now, but it looks like they're very large, which is good. But also, it looks like there's not, like, I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I was also actually really thinking that that player stations were just going to be like Port Olisars. Which honestly, I would not Port Olisar. Not exactly Port Olisar, but honestly, it would be kind of nice if they did have. I mean, if they only have one station ever that you can make, I would be extremely disappointed. Same thing with base building. Whatever style of whatever style of player base building thing they have now, like when they started talking about base building, they were using the Frontier style to show it off. Also, we're actually going to get this. And there is absolutely zero goddamn reason that they should not, like, that an outpost that you see, you can't build with that. There's zero reason for that. Now, granted, because my understanding is that the tool that the developers are using are the tools that they're basically going to, repackage them, and you're going to be able to use them, which is just a good thing. Oh, they did clean up the... they said they were going to do a little bit of cleaning up. Looks like they did a little bit of cleaning up, but not too much. It's whatever. Let's see, what else? I do hope that the list of modules, of station modules, does expand over time. I would love to see, so the crow's nest. For one thing, I think the crow's nest is very small. Oh, hey. Oh shit, I didn't realize we had the new UI. Also, okay, I'm gonna have to get used to this. Also, by the way, yeah, if you do not know, right now, this probably is not going to be a great idea in the future, but also in the future, I would be very surprised if you can't just buy a medical bed. It seems like they're going to be... Okay, for one thing, by the way. Right. Okay, I'm gonna have to get used to the new UIs here. But yeah, put a medical, whatever medical ship you got, probably, well, frankly, get a medical Pisces and just do this. I was gonna say any medical ship. I guess the Nursa, if you have it. Anything that can fit inside of your hangar, do yourself a favor, get it, take it out, put it in the corner of your hangar, and boom, you've got the fastest respawn point. And it's, yeah, the only issue maybe is that it's on a planet, and yeah. But anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, the crow's nest, I think, needs to be larger. It needs to have a larger interior. I think it's absolutely silly that it's, it looks like a very small thing. It should be, it reminded me of, the Elusive Man's, area in, Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3. No, I think it was just Mass Effect 2. I don't know. But, it should be an opposing, that should be, the org leader's, base or house headquarters thing, or potentially something else. It was just a very tiny area. Oh, and actually also the construction tower, the construction tower on the base building, I was also I mean, this makes sense, but also what structure needs a fucking construction tower? Shouldn't it, like, yes, it should be used for construction while the thing is being built, but then it should be repurposed into, like, some sort of control tower or something, right? Or radio tower, or any number of things. Okay, so the game is just not saving my changes to components, which is exceptionally bad, because for the Reliant, I cannot control. For the Reliant, I don't have different. I can't change out the components. I can change out the weapons, but I can't change out the shields. I can't change out the quantum drive. So that is a major knock against that. That is a bug that is going to be a pain in the ass. We are at 50 minutes. Holy shit. I think the MISC UI... No, we do have new MISC UI. Okay. Cool. Actually, very cool. Alright. Oh, very nice. Right, hang on. Yep. Alright, Alright, I'm gonna have to get used to this. This is exciting. Well, also, for one thing, it did not spawn the VTOLs in the correct configuration. Dude, that's gonna kill me one of these days. Frankly, I just need to play the game more, is the real answer to that question. The real solution to that problem. Does it hold B? Yes. I'm gonna... Okay, so this line is dancing around and I don't know what that's about. I'm using middle mouse wheel and I don't see what's changing. Oh no, I see what's changing. It's just that I'm okay. No. Oh fucking Christ. What is happening here? Why? Oh. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, Alt is changing the something. Should be I would appreciate if there was an indication of what's going. Oh, by the way, the power management. Do I have a power triangle? Oh god. Dude, I don't know what's going on. And I don't care. I need to talk about... Oh my god, shift. Okay, shift mouse wheel is the thing. Okay, cool. What the fuck? Alright. Wait, is shift actually doing anything? No, I'm just hitting shift and getting the boost. Wait. Okay, I'm hitting Alt-C like a billion times. Something popped up before. I'm going 20... I'm barely... Wait a minute! What? I hit the landing... Oh, I didn't hit the VTOLs. And I didn't hit the landing gear, apparently. What the fuck? Okay. Alright, okay, wow, alright, oh my god, okay, that's great. I still don't have, like, any clue. I still don't have any clue what the fuck's going on. Also, I don't know if I have cruise control. I don't know what cruise control is. Everything is scary. Also, I don't know how... Oh, very nice. I have... Maybe let's not turn it. Can I, like, right-click? I'm gonna figure this out on my own time, but that's probably worthwhile to note that shit has changed, and I'm scared. Which will be just the constant state of this. Gonna see if we can actually... What the fuck does this mean? What the fuck? Let's hope the... Changed some of the UI. Let's see if the actual mechanics have changed at all. Also, Alt-K. Alt-K also works. That UI looked a little bit silly. I don't know. I swear to you, I changed my landing gear details. I'm completely lost. I apologize. I will say, okay, so insurance and insurance and warranty and all that stuff. That was also a thing that people were complaining about. That people were scared, and I think rightfully so, again, because they did not... Oh no, I am moving it! Wait a minute. If I... Okay, just mouse wheel is not doing anything. But this is... Yes, okay. Alright, that took me a hot second. Alt... Okay. What does mouse scrolling do now, though, if that... They've changed that. I guess we'll find out at some point. We're just gonna touch down, chillax a little bit. So basically, there are some questions that everybody still has about insurance. Basically, if you have insurance, you will get the money. Okay, so if you buy a ship in-game, if you do not have insurance, you will lose the ship. If you do have insurance, you will get the money to buy that ship. And if you have a warranty, you will get unavailable faction, unavailable. Oh shit. Well, that's terrifying. We're gonna get GTFO. Also, it looks like it might reset your velocity. I don't see a distance on that target. Maybe there was one. I'm not sure. Could have also been blocked by the QR code. And I'm gonna try just coasting to a lower speed. Okay, so if I hit F2, F2 is still the map. Sorry, I apologize. Oh, that's actually a bit of a problem. If I hit F4, F5. Hold on, what? Can I manually change this? Okay, so I can manually go and change this. It looks like it's just a little bit... Wait, if I press F2, go back, and then hold F3, which should be the shield button, in the... Okay, I don't know. We'll see how all that works. In all fairness, it is an interesting thing. Can I actually touch down without killing myself here? What is my... Okay, I do have the altimeter, basically the same location, which is good. Looks like I'm not... Okay, looks like I was not in too much danger. Sorry. So yeah, the insurance thing is a whole deal. Oh, and also there's the tiers of basically chassis insurance / warranty. Oh, and sorry, warranty is you will get your ship back instead of getting a money payout, which yeah is good. And also like there will be a thing like if you can retrieve your ship, that is the best solution. But yeah, there's also for insurance and warranty, there's the chassis warranty, the chassis and custom components, and chassis, custom components, and decorations. Those 3 tiers of stuff. What was the... I can't remember. There was a custom kabad for the helmet, and I can't remember what it was, because it was really weird. I think Alt-U? Alt-I? No. Is it Alt-O? Oh, and I think it didn't work when I tried to use it last time. I think I can't put my helmet away. Oh, I can. Okay, cool. I don't know why I'm crouching in that. It is kind of a small area, so character might be freaking out a little bit. What was I gonna say? Oh my god. Yeah, the insurance thing actually has me excited because what I want to do is go out. Oh my god, I nearly impaled my ship. There's somebody flying overhead? What the fuck? Why is there a storm going on Illyria? What? Yeah, it's fine. So what I want to do, one of the things I really want to do is go be a lawful mercenary, or at least mostly lawful mercenary. Do, like, loot items, refurbish and repair those items, and, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that with, like, FPS items and armor. Repainting armor also is a thing I wish I could do, but I don't know. Like, but, you know, I guess that's whatever. What else? What else? Oh yeah, but I want to do that for ships, and it sounds like, I mean, they explicitly detailed, like, you know, oh, if you, like, just take a ship, there's a few things you have to consider, right? It's got, it has, like a dead man switch, and basically you need to either get a crafting recipe to replace that dead man switch, or you need to, or you need something else. from the. You can either craft it or get it from like the criminal syndicate or whatever. Um, which is yeah. So the but that is a thing that people can do, and I really want to do that as not taking playerships, at least not explicitly taking playerships. And even if I did, it wouldn't be like inconveniencing anyone like super. Well, I guess maybe inconveniencing, but it wouldn't be like legitimately stealing anybody's ship or anything. So that's good. Um, let's go with one of them for tech sites just to get a few, just to pick up a few weapons. Oh, great. Yeah, sorry, what was I gonna say? Um, oh, you know what I also remembered, and I'm amazed that nobody mentioned it. That nobody is like talking about one little, like they didn't show anything, but they did say something. They mentioned an EVA pack, which, um, like maybe they misspoke and they meant to say like EVA thrusters, like hey, my undersuit doesn't have EVA thrusters or whatever. Um, and I think they said EVA pack a few times, which I would assume means basically like a jetpack. Um, maybe not necessarily as powerful as a jetpack, but forever people have wanted. Sorry, what is that? Oh, eliminate hostiles. Okay, forever. Um, what does that say? I literally cannot read that. Atmosphere. Okay, dude, that is. Hey, let's have UI and let's have the descriptive AI of telling you what's wrong. I mean, I know something's wrong, but I don't know what. Um, let's have the text be like 2 shades lighter than the background text. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how that works with. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, right? In terms of fuel stuff, or in terms of sorry, fuel stuff. In terms of graphic design, yeah, I'm pretty sure that. I swear to God, their UI design could always be better. Uh, but yeah. What else? What else? So yeah, so my basically my what I want to do, I want to get an outpost in 1.0. I want to get an outpost. I want to basically my game session will be do mercenary combat missions, loot NPC weapons and armor, go back to my outpost, repair, refurbish, um, dismantle the gear, and then craft better gear, improve the gear, sell that gear or make it available to sell. And again, I need to go back and actually listen specifically, explicitly to what they said in the shop thing. But it sounds like I'm gonna be eaten good in 1.0. That like it is exactly what I thought it was going to be, more or less. So yeah, there are a lot of things. I know a lot of players. Now I don't want to be a solo player. I just um oh, there was all the social stuff as well. I totally forgot. I feel so bad because actually that a lot of that stuff was really cool, honestly. Um I am terrible. Okay, landing gear down. Cool. Oh Jesus. What was I gonna say? The social stuff does all look good, and I do want to do more group gameplay. I just need to find a group, and maybe I'll figure myself out and actually like socialize with randos. It's just not a thing I do. But honestly, even if I don't, even if I was going to play Star Citizen exclusively as a solo player, I do think it's absolutely fine. I do think people are, I don't think there's anything... Now, they didn't really mention too much, stuff explicitly in regards to solo players. No NPC crew, AI Blades mentioned. And yeah, that probably should be a thing for 1.0. Jesus Christ, what is the detection on this? I did not want to get in the bed. And yeah, people are like, it's not, that is concerning that they didn't mention, NPCs and such. Was that an NP? Was that a hostile NPC? Oh my god, did they not... Does Lyria have a breathable atmosphere now and nobody's told me? Wait a minute. I'm gonna leave those guys to that. So this is what they were talking about. I haven't seen this. This also feels like a bug. Because this is Lyria. Well, I don't know why I'm thinking it's a bug. This is clearly intended. Also, I can't move in front of me. Oh no, I can. Yo, how's it going, dude? Oh, there is some weirdness there. What else? Well, like I said, I'm not particularly sociable. So it is a thing that, I don't know. One of these days, perhaps. Okay, so that one dude won. I haven't done a full sweep of the perimeter, so I guess I should do that. I do like this, though, by the way. Even though this is definitely not a bug. Definitely intended gameplay. I think it is honestly a thing, though, that, like, you gotta consider. Like, well, I don't know, it is for one thing, whenever we can get the freaking FPS radar and scanning, Jesus fuck. That's not in 4.0, is it? I don't think it is. But, oh well. Okay, nobody on this ship. Bring private property, well... Maybe your private property shouldn't have entered a war zone. Sorry, this is now just turning into a Star Citizen Weekly, which, by the way, I started in earnest Star Citizen Weekly, because I was excited for, everything, and then, was adamantly disappointed. Strongly let down. What the fuck? Oh, shit. What the fuck? Oh my god, what was... Oh, I should have reloaded my pistol, but why did the melee not work? Why did my card not work? What? It's alright. Jesus Christ, I also need to look at the... Holy fuck. That did not feel good. That did not feel good, but that is okay. Gives me a chance to... I'm going to finish this mission, but probably not before the end of the episode. What else is there to talk about? Oh, no. Probably the way I'm going to start 1.0. Oh, you know what? There are the ships, which that is probably worth talking about. I also think, the guilds. One thing Okay, failing the mission, that's fine. I don't care. My Pisces not working. That's not cool, dude. The factions, the guilds, I think we need to consider what the guilds should be. The guilds, so like a guild that is focused entirely on like this the industrial side of gameplay, sure. I would think of a guild, and that is like legitimately what a guild is. But I think we should think of them as maybe more like corporations. So you have, hey, this is a group that does... whatever, that does weapons. This is a company that does ships, and they are part of the same guild or corporation or whatever. And like they've, because like it wouldn't make sense. It would not make a lot of sense in my mind for a like. Is there going to be a weapon manufacturers guild? That doesn't really jive, I think, with the sort of world that they want to give, that they want to have. Also, I'm just out of my stuff now that I think about it. I gotta go and retrieve my ship. That's also one thing that is certainly worth thinking about as well. They want to give you like a rental ship in order to go pick up your ship. Which, how is that going to work? Like, okay, you take the ship. Okay, cool. You get your ship, and then you've just left behind your old ship? I don't know, we'll have to see how that works. Pays to have a friend, I guess. But yeah, what, let's see, what else? Oh yeah, ships. Okay, so again, I am a firm believer that every ship should be, when it is made, when it is ready, and when it is put in game, it should be available in game. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that that is not the case. I think the exclusivity is stupid, and like literally a detriment to an alpha. And I think, yeah, I think it's probably going to be. I think there's probably going to be a lot more voices echoing that. Like, it's technically not really a paywall, the exclusivity, but I think if they continue to do this, and I'm pretty sure they're going to continue to do this, into 1.0 and past 1.0, there's going to be people who keep screaming and shouting paywall, 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 and they're not going to like it. They better not like it. It'd be a very odd thing to like. So now I'm gonna have to go back. That was kind of a pathetic me failing combat there. I think I could have swapped my C-54, now that I think about it. I don't know why I didn't reload my fucking salvo! Oh my god, that was a dumb move on my part. It's just a fucking dumb move on my part. The game also was running terribly, and it looked like I was punching something, but I was actually probably not punching anything. But also I didn't really, I don't know. I gotta go retrieve my ship. That's the real big one. You know what, let's slap on a coda. Why not? We'll just go bare bones here. Oh yeah, so the CSV, dude, that's definitely the one that I would love to have in-game right now. I've always been, I and a lot of people are like, give us a flatbed truck, give us a flatbed truck. They gave us a flatbed truck, and like, it's not ugly as sin. It looks good. It looks like an industrial vehicle. But I wanted a flatbed truck, not an industrial, like... I didn't want a freaking tractor with a flatbed on the back. I wanted a flatbed truck, god damn it. Like, I wanted a Toyota Townace. Jesus fuck. But yeah. That's that. Is interesting to me that they did not mention anything about the Crusader Intrepid and the Mirai Guardian, aside from their names. Because they've been leaked. People know about them. I don't know if the Crusader... I'm thinking that the Intrepid is going to be a starter ship. I think probably a lot of people are going to say, no, it's a second-tier starter ship. And I could be wrong. But Crusader, as a ship manufacturer, do a few things. Their ships are always relatively large. And their ships are also fast and maneuverable. And usually undergunned, I would say. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a starter ship that's probably the size of a. It's not like it's going to be a starter ship that's the size of a larger advanced starter ship. Obviously, those two don't necessarily, like, the size doesn't necessarily correlate, I guess. Strictly speaking, but that's what I'm thinking. What else is there? The Mirai Guardian, like, I gotta be honest with you, the Mirai Guardian, like, there are things that I want in a ship, and theoretically, there are things that there is a theoretical ship I could replace my Reliant with, and yeah, if the Mirai Guardian has 1 SCU of cargo capacity, maybe 2 of cargo capacity, and it is a crew of 1, Reliant might have a lot to hold up to. I'll just say that. But okay, the Starlancer. The Starlancer is the big one in my mind. Wasn't there another ship we were talking about? I guess they showed the Polaris. Polaris is cool. Polaris is really cool, and it's like... well, okay, I was gonna say it's the capital ship I would want, if I was going to do any capital ship gameplay. Actually, what I want, in that regard... Actually, what I want that in that regard now is the Pioneer. Holy fuck! I might never build. Well, I am definitely going to build an actual outpost, but the Pioneer, holy shit, is like beautiful. But the Starlancer, I don't know anything about the base building one. They didn't show anything about the base building one aside from talking a little bit about it. The Max, I really like the little... I think that the little cargo elevators that it has, I think they look really cool. I think they're also really stupid and aren't going to be in any way, shape, or form practical. Aside from, like... I don't know. It depends on, like... If you have smaller cargo, and... the doorway between the main hangar and that little cargo elevator room, if the doorway is large enough to put 1 SCU boxes through, then, which I'm sure it is, but I don't think I've seen it, so I don't know for 100%. But if it's like just another way to move a bunch of cargo, theoretically, okay, sure. Did I hit cancel when I did that? I might have hit cancel. That could have been... It could have been on me when I did this. God damn it. Yeah. What else? Oh, the Starlancer... Okay, so the Starlancer, tack... Oh my god, you gotta understand. I know people are upset about it because it's just like, it's what the Redeemer used to be. I think it's a bit larger than the Redeemer, right? And it is definitely more capable, but also larger. And 100%, we're gonna end this here. I'm gonna go play for a little bit longer, I think, probably, but I want to try to have this be a little bit focused, even though I'm desperately failing. The Starlancer attack is, like, gorgeous. Like, obviously, it's not a fighter, and my Reliant is a fighter, and it will always be, Bay. My Reliant will always be my Bay. But Starlancer attack is looking really fucking gorgeous. It's got all the guns, it's got jump seats, it's got a snub bay. They put a Fury in it, but you could put a Pisces in, have a little runabout. It's got cargo. Did I mention the fucking med beds? This is like, this is a mercenary's wet dream. Like, it's amazing! And I was genuinely on the verge of fucking, like, melting everything to get it. But it's just out of reach. It's, like, just out of reach. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go, actually. I'm going to, so the game, the game capture is going to be focused on the game. I'm gonna actually go and look at it, just to make sure again. Oh my, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. Holy shit. Star Citizen's gonna go fucking insane if I do that. Editing Rylu. How much is the Star Lancer tech? I think, theoretically, I have, like, 350 or something to throw around. And I think it might be... No, I think I have maybe 350, but I actually have, like, 275 or something, because I refuse to throw the Reliant, or to change the Reliant around. Frankly, it's too much ship for me. As much as it would be, as glorious of a thing as it would be, it is too much ship for me. But if I had a small orc, or had some friends to play the game with, it would be perfect. But yeah, so again, to wrap things up, overall, 1.0, 1.0 is 6 years out. Looking at the game right now, like, I literally had the game crash, I had to boot it up. Obviously that just happens, but, yeah, like, just the state of the game right now should, hopefully, humble your, temper your expectations. Shit ain't there yet, Chief. It just ain't there yet. As much as everybody would like it to be, it just ain't. It just ain't. So, super excited. The end, 2026 is going to be a good year. 2025, we're probably going to get a lot of cool stuff. It's probably going to be an awkward transitional phase where we're going, there's still, you know, some stuff from the old game, we're getting a bunch of stuff from the new game, new economy, new economy, new system, maybe new systems, we'll see, Lord only knows, but, yeah, until next time, have a good day, great day even, Chowskis.